For Marvel Studios' latest episodic series, Ms. Marvel, the production faced an interesting and somewhat rare challenge, revealed today in a new breakdown video from Digital Domain. Digital Domain also handled several environments in Ms. Marvel, including a pivotal location. In the closing moments of Episode 4, Seeing Red, Kamala is accidentally transported back in time. Finding herself somewhere new, she climbs onto a nearby structure. The camera then pulls back to reveal that she is in a crowded rail station decades in the past, surrounded by dozens of trains and thousands of desperate refugees on the eve of the infamous Partition of India. To create the multi-shot sequence, Digital Domain began with real footage of a modern-day train station with a small group of extras. Using that as a template, artists then extended the scene to create a massive sense of scale, including buildings for the station and background, and dozens of additional train cars and steam locomotives, all art directed to look at home in 1947. To create the crowds, Digital Domain used scans of a handful of actors in period-appropriate clothing, which they ran through Houdini's crowd tool to add people to nearly every open space. Artists then added steam from the engines, before rendering everything in mantra. While Digital Domain contributed shots to all 6 episodes, the bulk of its work appears in the final one, No Normal. After a chase through Jersey City, Ms. Marvel's hometown, the episode culminates in a super-powered finale that required several VFX tricks, including shape-changing characters, digidoubles, violent explosions and more. With heavily armed agents from the Department of Damage Control closing in on Ms. Marvel and her friends, the group decides to make a last stand at the local high school and set several traps. Along with an onslaught of softballs and smokescreens, the group unleashes a devastating trap based on a famous chemistry experiment known as elephant toothpaste. In a real high school lab, responsible teachers tend to ensure a moderate reaction, but for the episode the heroes go bigger, much bigger. That led artists to create an expanding gray, bubbling CG foam substance, then animate it as it expands through the lab, through hallways and down staircases, knocking over the pursuing agents as it goes. Digital Domain was tasked with showing the damaging effects of his powers. Artists began by depicting a pulsating shockwave of energy, causing a combination of digital debris and CG damage to nearby objects. Working from full-body scans of Villani, artists at Digital Domain created a full-body duplicate. The photo-realistic doubles allowed the show runners to place the characters in dangerous situations, while eliminating any distractions from the live-action footage, including wrinkled fabric, exposed seams and any other imperfections that might have taken away from the actual performances. The team at Digital Domain also used digidoubles for Ms. Marvel earlier in the series, including a memorable training montage on a roof where she jumped from one floating platform to another. Artists used the technique again in the finale to depict her running above the streets of Jersey City on hard light platforms, while obeying all traffic laws. The sequence also features a combination of clean plates and digitally generated backgrounds to bring Kamala's home to life. Over the last quarter of a century, Digital Domain has established itself as a leader in film VFX and expanded into episodics, commercials, games, previs and virtual production.